Hello and welcome to our news roundup for this evening. The Minister of Foreign Affairs Sabri Buqadum visiting Ankara was received Tuesday in audience by the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, during which he conveyed a message from the President of the Republic Abdülmecit Tebboune. On this occasion, Buqadum briefed President Erdogan on the results of his discussions with his counterpart Mevlut Cavusoglu, as well as the cooperation actions on the bilateral agenda, particularly on the investment and trade component. President Erdogan expressed his satisfaction with the positive developments in Algerian-Turkish relations and reiterated his personal commitment to further strengthen them, including in the field of investment in the mutual interest of both countries. Regional and international issues of common interest were also on the agenda of this hearing, particularly the situation in Mali and Libya, where the Algerian position on the need to give priority to dialogue and political solutions to the crisis in the region was reiterated. Finally, President Erdogan instructed the Minister of Foreign Affairs to convey to President Tebboune his fraternal greetings and his wish to receive him on a visit to Turkey. The Minister of Foreign Affairs Sabri Buqadum visiting Ankara met on Tuesday with his counterpart Mevlut Cavusoglu, with whom he discussed the state and prospects of bilateral relations. The exchanges between the heads of diplomacy of the two countries were also an opportunity to continue the political dialogue on regional and international issues of common interest. In this context, the situation in Libya was raised to underline the need for a political solution based on a dialogue and reconciliation among all Libyans, and free from foreign interference as the only way to preserve Libya's unity and integrity. The two parties also discussed the situation in Mali, stressing the need to accompany this brotherly and neighboring country in this difficult period it is going through. At the end of the discussions, the two ministers agreed to continue their joint efforts to develop bilateral relations and political dialogue between Algeria and Turkey. At the end of the hearing, Sabri Buqadum said that these talks have enabled them to have an in-depth exchange on the state and prospects of bilateral relations, particularly on the investment and trade between Algeria and Turkey, the dynamic that characterizes Algerian-Turkish relations, and the commitment of both countries to further diversify by exploiting all the potentialities or opportunities offered on both sides to promote a broad partnership between the two countries. He added that this meeting was also an opportunity to continue the political dialogue on regional and international issues. The situation in Libya was discussed, and they stressed the need for a political solution based on a dialogue and reconciliation between Libyans, free from any foreign interference, and to preserve Libya's unity and integrity. The situation in Mali was also discussed, and they stressed the need to accompany this brotherly and neighboring country during this difficult period. For his part, Mevlut Cavusoglu said that this meeting allowed them to return to regional and international issues for common interest, as they noted their satisfaction with the positive evolution of Algerian-Turkish relations in the field of investment and in the mutual interest of both countries. The United Nations Litigation Office in Geneva affirmed that the complaint filed by some Algerian political activists against the Algerian authorities was rejected after 24 hours of its filing and study by the legal delegates of the office. The Secretary of the Office of Litigation, Hissam al-Mohammadi, said that this complaint was rejected for several reasons, including the content, which does not correspond to the reports of the human rights organization in Algeria. Some signatories of this petition have criminal records. Others have not resided in Algeria for the last 10 years, in addition to having dual nationality and not having Algerian nationality for some. The Secretary of the Office of Litigation of the United Nations added that the rejection of this petition only reflects the place that Algeria occupies in the classification of Arab countries that enshrines the freedom of expression and the protection of human rights.
In the Parliament, the Office of the National People's Assembly held a meeting under the chairmanship of Slimane Chennine. The agenda of the meeting was about the preparation of the new Parliament season 2020-2021. President of the Parliament has, by the same occasion, underlined the importance of the decision taken by the President of the Republic to hold the next referendum for the amendment of the Constitution on the upcoming November the 1st, which he qualified as the first stone to build the new Algeria. Major General Ammar al-Thamniya, commander of the land forces, chaired over on Tuesday the official installation ceremony of Major General Mohammed Omar, new commander of the High Command School, in succession of Major General Abdurrahman bin Sair. After the welcome ceremony and the military honors presentation at the school entry, the commander of the land forces went to the arms square, where he inspected the aligned formations before starting the installation ceremony. Following the installation, the commander of the land forces supervised the ceremony of handing over the emblem of the school to the new commander and made the honor of attending the orientation meeting with school executives before signing the installation minutes and the golden book of the school. This visit is happening after the earthquake tremors recorded in the province of Mila. The objective was to see closer what was carried out locally in the framework of the planned support of affected buildings and by the same occasion reassure the citizens. The Interior Minister, Kamal Biljud, said in a statement to the media that this was his second visit accompanied by the Minister of Housing to see and assess all that has been done since the earthquake, and that in order to reassure the inhabitants. Both ministers listened to experts, specialists and technical services representatives who presented them with the situation in addition to what was reported by neighborhood committees. The Interior Minister also added that the discussions held with local representatives took place in sincerity and transparency to reach satisfying results. The earthquake did not cause human losses, but solutions will be implemented in the different districts. These solutions will include the eventuality of making available to the people who suffered damages plots of land where all amenities are available, while insisting on the importance of building districts that comply with construction standards as required.
After multiple disruptions that have affected the internet in the recent days, the Ministry of Posts and Telecommunications decided to release new frequencies within the framework of well-defined specifications. The granting of these new RPN bands frequencies by the National Frequency Agency will allow an improvement in internet speed. This decision is excellent for the three mobile operators in Algeria, Mobilis, Jizi and Ooredoo, and it will improve the quality of services for subscribers, particularly for those who use 4G technology. Measures will be taken in the coming days to offer better internet flow. The authorities will allocate these frequencies to telecom operators so that they can finally offer better services to their subscribers. From now on, traders must be equipped with electronic payment terminals. The operation is already underway and continues until December 31st for administrative formalities. The goal is to offer customers the possibility of paying by CIB card or Dahabia card of Algerie Post at the level of all commercial spaces. Algerie Post service provides free charges. All services related to this operation are free, including the connectivity, installation, training, subscription, and maintenance for a period of 2 years. The electronic payment terminals allow Dahabia and CIB card holders to pay for their purchases by card. This operation avoids people going to the post office to withdraw money and avoids cash handling.
For the 1st of September 2020, 339 new confirmed cases, including 8 new deaths, have been reported in the last 24 hours, according to the spokesman of the Scientific Committee in charge of monitoring the evolution of COVID-19 pandemic, Professor Jamal Fourar. He added that in the last 24 hours, 18 provinces have reported no new cases, 17 provinces have registered between 1 and 9 cases, and 13 other provinces have recorded more than 10 cases. 249 patients have recovered, which brings up the total number of cured patients to 31,493, while 38 are in intensive care. To conclude, Professor Jamal Fourar stressed the necessity to remain vigilant and to observe healthy measures and the mandatory wearing of face masks. The local authorities of the municipality of Sidi Boubkir in the province of Saida made the decision to improve working conditions, especially with regard to the forest roads leading to the various mountainous areas. Building new forest roads remains a necessity for the development of mountain areas. This gendarme officer said that the project consists of opening new paths over a distance of 78 kilometers, which is a project in progress. For example, the Tafrand forest region has benefited from the construction of a section of 14 kilometers. The goal is to open up some areas to create wealth and jobs. Residents of the region are impatiently waiting for the realization of registered agricultural projects to improve their daily lives. And that's it for our news roundup. Thanks for joining us. Good night.